Now, when it comes to Kanye West, he has been very quiet as of late, but September might just be the biggest month of his entire career and the point where he changes everything. Now, as I'm making this video, Kanye West has been away from the public and just very quiet in general. Well, besides the crypto scam that he did a few weeks ago that we're not going to talk about, but other than that, he has been very quiet, and it really does feel like we are about to see him ramp up things for his entire career, which is going to be absolutely insane, and September is going to be the start of that. Now, Kanye has 3 exact things that are going well for him, so let's talk about it. Now, the first one is In Whose Name, which is a brand new documentary that is going to be dropping on his life in theaters on September 19th. His brand new album, Bully, dropping on September 26th, and him announcing more locations and dates for the second leg of his world tour. Now, it's only right for us to deep dive into all 3 of these big things that Kanye has going on this month. So let's start with probably the most anticipated and what I think is definitely going to be the most positive for his career and interesting, which is going to be the movie In Whose Name, dropping September 19th. Now, for those of you guys that don't know, on September 19th, Kanye West is going to be having a brand new documentary drop in theaters, which is basically going to be a full-blown documentary type of movie that is going to be about his life, which is captured from around 2018 to 2024, all captured by this kid called Nico. And basically it's going to take us through Kanye West's most wildest moments in his career when it comes to his later stages, such as his Donda 1 listening parties, such as when he wore the White Lives Matter t-shirt, when he went on Alex Jones and basically ruined his career, and just all that crazy stuff that we are really about to get a behind the scenes footage backseat shot at it. And unlike the Netflix documentary Genius that we got a few years ago with Kanye, this one seems to be a lot more personal, because we do know that when the Genius documentary dropped back in 2022, Kanye didn't really approve of that documentary coming out in the first place.
It didn't go to the press. They did that just like they did in the documentary on the 3rd episode to say, we love Ye like the rest of y'all. We know he a genius like the rest of y'all, but sometimes you got to turn the camera off on him. So they'll go and get a dude that's supposed to be my friend that's been taping me the whole time and buy this nigga out for $30 million.
I thought you co-signed that.
I ain't co-signed it, but
But this brand new documentary, In Whose Name, really looks like we're about to get an insight of Kanye West even in his bad moments. When it comes to the overall budget and creative direction, In Whose Name looks a lot more promising than Genius, because In Whose Name has been reported to have over $1 billion worth of budgeting in it. And Kanye himself has also watched this film and approved of it, and we know that because the director Nico ended up posting to his Instagram page a few days ago a screenshot of Kanye West texting him after he watched the documentary, with him exactly saying that this documentary was like looking back on his life after he died. And if that doesn't look promising or get you excited as a Kanye fan, I don't know what will. But I generally think that this is definitely going to be a way that we're going to be able to see Kanye in a very raw perspective and maybe understand him, or maybe disagree with him, but at least we are going to get a better lens at who he is behind, you know, the media, behind the music, behind the drama, and just him as a person. Now, moving on to probably what most of you guys are excited for, his upcoming album Bully. Now, Bully should be dropping on September 26th, and now that's not a date I'm just randomly saying, or a lot of people are speculating, or there's rumors of, or I'm pulling out of my ass. No, on Kanye West's actual Spotify account, there is currently a live timer for his album Bully to be dropping on September 26th, as you can see right here, which says it should be dropping in about 25 days. And this time around, it actually does feel like Bully is going to be dropping, because on this timer that Spotify has up, we can actually see the track list for this album, with it showing all the songs that are going to be on this project, with even a few of them being playable, which this is definitely a good sign, and we've never seen something like this from Kanye. And just a few days ago, we even heard insight from a close member on Kanye's team called Milo, where Kanye was cracking down heavily on leaks, and Kanye's team is trying to strike down anybody that is still posting unreleased albums or songs. So that definitely makes it look like Kanye is being very protective of his music now, and he definitely wants to make Bully come out in a way where we're not going to hear any of the stuff, and it's all going to be new material. And last but not least, I think it's very important for us to mention, even though a lot of people are not talking about it, Kanye is gearing up to do a world tour that no one is talking about, but he is secretly doing under all of our noses. And I think this is definitely going to be a huge factor in the Bully rollout when Bully drops and just how he ends his year of 2025. Just yesterday, Kanye and his team announced a brand new show that he was going to be doing in November. And this looks to be the first show of this second leg of his world tour. And now the reason why I'm saying world tour in general is because for the past few months now, Kanye has been doing a bunch of stadium tours that we've been looking at, such as North Korea, such as the one that he did in China, and etc. And it looks like he took the month of August as a break, but it really does seem like now as we get into 2026 and as the year fizzles out, he is definitely going to be ramping up those shows. And we just know so far that he is going to be doing a show in Brazil on November 30th. And I wouldn't be surprised if we end up getting more locations announced, because usually when he does these shows outside of the USA, he does multiple shows and he doesn't just usually do one show and it's a one-off. This will make a lot of sense considering the fact that if he ends up dropping Bully, this would be a perfect way for him to literally perform all of this material in multiple of these stadiums. And that way he can kind of test what songs would be more popular or just would be good to play when he eventually does come to the USA, which one day in his career, we all know he will do a world tour here. Nonetheless, though, what do you guys think about the entire situation? Kanye West looks to have a very promising September for his career, just to be overall relevant again and get into the good graces of the people. Out of all of these major things that are happening to Kanye this month, what excites you guys the most? And what do you guys think is going to probably be the most effective for him to rebound his career after his cancellation? Let me know what you guys think. Let me know in the comment section. Make sure you guys subscribe for more Kanye content because I'm going to be covering all of this. But let me know, guys. I'm really interested to hearing as to what you guys have to say.